I checked with American Airlines and several other airlines. The average, you go 51 pounds, you're paying an extra $60 per airline on that trip. So you don't want your baggage to be heavy. Airlines are getting really strict about the weight, especially on luggage. They can't control the weight of passengers, and they can't control the weight of the plane itself. The only thing they have control over is the luggage. So they're getting really strict about it. So I'm really emphasizing that. This is my suitcase. I've been telling them 29 inches. I don't want to see a trunk. You got to haul it around. I'm not hauling it for you because I've got my own here. Okay. This is a 29-inch suitcase right here. Okay. I really don't want to see them a lot bigger, any bigger than this. Okay. For two reasons. One, the size limits the weight. And two, when we get on those trains, we got 2 trains we have to ride from London to Paris and then from Paris to Madrid. The space on those trains is very limited. And there's no room for these great big suitcases that some people like to bring. So I limit them. This is 29 inches. If you're wondering, this is the size. It's plenty big for everything that you need, but you don't need everything. Okay? So let me pass these out because I have a packing list here to kind of help you, as well as some notes here too. A list that I've made up. I've used this for years. You by no means have to take everything that's on this list. These are just suggestions in different categories that some people may not think of. For example, I don't need motion sickness medicine, so I won't be packing that. But somebody else might. You know, that kind of thing. So just because it's on the list does not mean you have to pack it. You decide what you need, okay? As far as my bag is packed right now. If I had my ticket, I could leave tomorrow.
Ready to go?
So I have to pack my underwear. I didn't put my underwear in here because I wasn't going to flash it in front of everybody. That's the only thing that's missing out of my bag. I go home, put my underwear in, I'm ready to go. So, okay, but everything that I need on this list, which is quite a few, I have my own checklist. I was packing last night, and most of my stuff is checked off. There's a few things on here, the motion sickness medicine, I don't use that, so I don't need it. I don't have makeup on there because I don't wear makeup on trips. I'm not wasting my time and luggage space with that. And I'll tell you what, ladies, after about 3 or 4 weeks on this trip, you won't be wearing that much makeup either. Let's see, so other things on here, this is just a guideline, okay? So just look at it that way.
Like that's important to me.
Yeah. The things that are in red, however, what does it say at the top?
Red highlighted items are must-haves.
These are must-haves. You must have the things that are in red. Okay? Cash and credit cards, obviously, because I'm not paying your way all the way 10 days. Your passport you got to have. Your tickets, you'll get those when I get them. Copies of your different documents. Make sure you have copies of your credit card so if they do get lost or stolen, you've got the number and the phone number on the back of it to call the company and let them know whatever, okay? Those of you whose parents are not going, they'll have copies of those things. They should have copies of those things as well, so it's a good idea to make copies of those. Your medications and prescriptions, we talked about that at the last meeting. I hope you're getting all that together because I will need those documents, but it's a good idea for you to have them as well, a copy of them. Okay. Let's see, your backpacks you're going to get probably in a couple of weeks or so, sometime in April. Your money belt, you're going to get that. Garbage bags, Ziploc freezer bags. Okay, you'll find out in a moment what those are, why you need those. TSA travel locks. Okay. There are 2 different kinds. A lot of you are probably already familiar with these, but for those who are not, there are 2 different kinds. It has to have that little diamond symbol on it. That's a TSA travel lock. If it doesn't have that and your bag gets picked to be searched for whatever reason, because they do it randomly, if it's not a TSA travel lock, they will cut it off. And then your bag will not have a lock on it the rest of the tour. They do not reimburse you for those. Okay? If it's a TSA one, they have a master key that fits in all of them. So so that they can, after they search it, they will lock it back up for you. They don't have to break the lock. Okay? So those are a must. You need one on your check-in luggage, and I would also suggest you put one on your carry-on. Okay? I have a small key one on my carry-on. This one's a combination. Okay? So it's a matter of preference. If you don't like carrying keys and keeping track of these little bitty keys, you might want to get a combination one.
Where do you get those at?
You can get them at Walmart.
Walmart. Yeah. Walmart, I bought them, I've seen them at Staples, they're everywhere. Yeah. They're not hard to find. And they're not all that expensive, but make sure it's got that little, it'll say TSA on the package as well. Okay, so you gotta have those. ID tags. You gotta have your luggage ID tags, okay? On both checked and carry-on. Have one on each, okay? Just in case you set this down somewhere and you walk off without it, and I see it, before I yell at you, I'm going to find out who it belongs to. Okay? Walking off and leaving it in the first place, okay? So, ID tags. Voltage adapters and plugs. Well, we'll talk about them in a moment when we open up this page here. Okay? So you can look through these. A lot of them were common sense. One of them that people don't think of, look down under hygiene, down at the bottom. It says washcloth or a loofah. You've got to have that packed. Because European hotels do not always provide those. They will provide the towels, but they do not always provide a washcloth. Okay? So if you want a washcloth to wash your face with or take a shower with, you're going to have to pack your own. Or those loofahs that dry, those net thingies, you know, they dry real fast. So I prefer those, but okay. But that's something people don't think of unless you've been to Europe, or you don't, because here in the United States, all the hotels provide washcloths. That's not necessarily the case in Europe. Okay. All right, I'm going to go through these one at a time, starting with your carry-on because it's smaller. This is my carry-on, and it is fully packed. It even has a spare underwear in here. It's hidden. You're not going to see it, but it's in there. All right, things that go in your carry-on. You have in your notes there, somewhere in there, a page that says carry-on baggage at the top. TSA site carry-on baggage, somewhere in there. I don't know what page it is. Okay. Take a look there. Your carry-on, airlines are notorious sometimes for these being delayed, your checked luggage or lost. I have had that happen, where it was I didn't get this bag for a couple of days. So in the meantime, this is what you're living on. What's in here, okay? And what you can buy wherever you are. Of course, you can always buy supplies as well. But what I want you to put, oops, I guess I need my keys. Take the lock off, okay? This, by the way, is another carry-on for me, okay? This thing, I just love it. It's a jacket. So I can actually, because this is a jacket, it doesn't count as a carry-on. But this has 18 pockets in it. I love it. I love it. I got everything in here. I got Kleenex. I've got my wallets. I've got my Kindle.
Oh my.
I've got toilet paper. Toilet paper. How many times you go in the bathroom, in public bathrooms, and there's no toilet paper in the women's bathroom? Am I right?
You're right.
Toilet paper. All right. I am a former Girl Scout. I am prepared. iPod. I keep finding pockets every time I stick it in here. My aluminum wallet with my credit cards in it, so nobody can scan my cards.
Why even bring a suitcase? We can just bring a jacket.
I got a pen thingy here. There's even pockets for earbuds, which I don't use earbuds. But I got another pen pocket over here. I have my camera. I have a key ring thingy here, so I can put my hotel keys and my luggage keys on them, which is handy because I lose these little bitty keys.
Yeah, Miss Mezo, is it heavy?
It can be if I put my water bottle in it. It even has a pocket in here for your water bottle. There's
only
even
does it
a
have
elastic
18
loop in here
pockets.
for your water bottle. I'm amazed. I keep finding pockets everywhere. But anyway, but this also, I don't have to carry a purse, which I like. I don't have to carry a purse. And if it gets hot, the sleeves zip off. This is great. I love this thing.
Where'd you find that at?
Online, Scotty Vest is the name of the company. They have them in men's, they have them in women's, they have them all over the place. But the sleeves will zip off. If it gets hot, I can unzip the sleeves and still wear it, carrying all my stuff. So it becomes a vest. Love this thing. But it's got 18, I'm supposed to have 18 pockets. I've only found 15, so I'm still looking for the other 3. So that's great. That's one carry-on. But because it's a jacket and I will be wearing it, it doesn't count as a carry-on. So I can fit more stuff in here, right? See? I'm not totally crazy.
Is that what our backpack
Partially.
will look like that you're giving us? Is that what ours will look like?
Yours will be a backpack.
Okay.
Yours will be a backpack. The leaders, they give a messenger case because we have to carry all the paperwork and stuff.
Will it say EF Tours on it?
Pardon?
Will it say EF Tours on
Yours will
it?
say EF Tours.
Yes.
Yours will be orange and blue. Yes. I have my umbrella in my carry-on because when we get to London, we're not going, we may not, in fact, chances are pretty good we won't go right straight to the hotel. They'll load everything up in the bus and then we start our day touring. So you're not going to the hotel to sleep or to change
I have
clothes.
jet lag.
Exactly.
He's sick.
That's
Make sure
why they're not going to take you to the hotel to sleep.
Fiddle.
Because they're going to start you on the day. When we get to London, it'll be morning. It'll be probably be 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
What time does our flight fly out?
I don't know yet.
Can we bring
But
fire
they
right
schedule
now,
them
too?
so that we get there in the morning. And then we start our day. And you don't stop. So by the end of that day, you're tired. And you're going to go to sleep that first night. And what does that do to your body clock then, that jet lag?
It's got to get adjusted.
That's when you're, yeah.
Make sure that you sleep on the
Sleep on the plane, yes.
agitated. They're not comfy on the
Well, you're going to have to do the best you can.
There's people behind
If you want to bring a water bottle or something for water, you can. I stuck this in here as an example. I don't plan on taking it because you can buy bottles of water everywhere, just like you can here. Okay, I'm not going to lug this around just because I can. So I'm just going to buy a water bottle and just stick it in there. And European water is pretty safe to drink, so it's not like, you know, some countries, so you got to be careful. European water is pretty safe. In your carry-on, this is where you put your electronics and your valuables. If you're going to bring jewelry, which my jewelry is whatever I have on is what I'm taking. I'm going to take in one necklace that goes with everything. I'm going to take my wedding ring. I'm going to take, what else? One pair of earrings that goes with everything. That's it. I'm not taking necklaces for every outfit and all that nonsense. Okay? But your valuables that you need or don't want to lose, because if this gets lost, it may be gone. So you don't want your electronics in there, you don't want anything valuable, that kind of
So
stuff.
then I need to get some crappy clothes in case someone steals it.
Nobody will steal it, the airlines just lose them. They just kind of disappear into that black hole of the airlines. I don't know where they go.
It's not like they just drop them off.
All
Like,
right, here's what you need in your carry-on. I wear glasses, so I have an extra pair of glasses. Or if you wear contacts, bring an extra pair. Put it in your carry-on, not in your checked luggage. My feet get cold on the plane, so I have a pair of socks. Your electronics, Kindle, if you're bringing your computer, okay, which is fine. I'm not bringing mine, but if you are going to bring, I know some people have said they're going to, then that goes in your carry-on. Don't put it in your checked luggage, okay? And if you're bringing your computer, if they have certain cases that are TSA approved, okay, like these sleeves, okay, if you put it in these sleeves, you don't even have to take it out of the case when it goes through security, because these are designed so that the x-rays can see right through it, okay? But some cases are not that way, so you need to look and see, check online and see, okay? So if you're taking your computer, That's fine, put it in your carry-on, okay? I'm not taking mine. Any of your electronics that you are bringing, of course with the electronics, since you're going to be gone 10 days, you are also going to need all this stuff that goes with it, right? Your phone cord, your camera cord, the power up, right? Computer cords, whatever. I just have a little pencil case and I just stick everything in there. I also have my plugs, my adapter plugs. Okay, there she is. Okay, my adapter plugs I just stick in there also.